Ho, ho, ho! Hope you are having a merry, happy, jolly holiday season. Today's video, age-old question, mechanical versus electronic keypad. Let's go over the pros, cons, where to buy them, what not to do, everything in between. Let's get started. Let's get this fight on. So, everybody always asks, they've got their own opinions. There's not a whole lot of data behind it. It's kind of like media. So what they're doing is they're telling me all about these different things between them. So let's actually dive deep into it. Let's just go the deep end, if you will. Now remember, is there a light bulb above me? Nope. So these products and more, all the different locks that you kids love to look at and maybe think about buying are available. Link in the description below. It's on our website. Jump in there, look around. You may even find a little holiday deal. Save yourself some money on one of these items and jump down to the comment section as we go along. Please ask questions as we go, right? We're gonna answer them, I promise. So we'll start with mechanical. Pros and cons is the whole idea here, okay? So what's great about a mechanical? Well, first, the word mechanical. Seriously, it's just genuinely that simple. There's just less things to go wrong is what everybody likes to say and think. Now, I'm not going to opinionate you. I'm gonna fact you as I go along with this, right? So with that, yes, like Big Ben, is there a picture of him on the screen? In London, Mario London, it's pretty good. He's mechanical and he works great, right? And he's exceptionally old. So that's kind of the same concept here, right? An old Rolex, things like that, just mechanical working pieces flowing ever so gently together. So there's no battery, there's no circuit board, there's no wires. Now, so many people for some reason assume that they're just indestructible and they're never gonna go bad. Well, Mr. Ben, as we talked about earlier, he's been worked on quite a bit over the years, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. So obviously they all look a little different from one another, but at the end of the day, the footprint is always gonna be fairly similar, especially in most of the notable safe companies that you've heard of or maybe you already own. Obviously, like the Champions and Liberties and AMSECs and so on, right? They all have a very similar footprint, so a lot of the same locks will work, different ones. And so all it is I'm spinning my three wheels, or my combination, my 10, 20, 30, whatever, get into that perfect position, all in all, just to pull this bolt up. So this is gonna lock into place. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna pull it down. So this guy, for example, or gal, whatever, I'm judgy. So it does have plastic back here for the back plate, but that really doesn't matter, doesn't really do anything. So, because what matters here is this is metal, brass, and then this is made out of metal on the front side here. There is nothing here though, it's all flat. I want you to take notice of that real quick so that we can show you something here and here, right? Well, there's clearly a key here. So the reason that this has a key here in the front, this is called a day lock feature, okay? Close the door, turn the handle, turn the lock to 0, turn this, pull the key out, and now the dial doesn't move. So it's quite literally meant to be just a very quick motion, stop turning dial. I'm not technically locking it, even though it is locked, right? And so I'm trying to focus on this because although that is cool, I look at it, and all my guys and staff look at it as one thing. The one thing we look at it as is an extra layer of protection, meaning we're going on vacation, we're going out of town, we have a day lock feature. That means I can turn the key and I can leave it in this position. The dial will not spin. It just will not move, right? So even if somebody knew my combination or somebody knew how to even work a combination, it won't even turn for them to attempt to try it. That's a nice little extra bonus feature. Pros and cons are few and far between. I mean, convenience. That's gonna be brought up real quick. Convenience. So somebody made a comment and he said he was a locksmith on our YouTube channel in the comment section. I wish I could tell you where it was off the top of my head, I can't remember. But he made the comment something to the effect of, how quick and easy it was to use a mechanical dial to get in and out of it. And he said, especially once you get to know her. And I was like, what? It's one way to say it, knowing how to use your combination lock. So he said it shouldn't only take you 30 seconds once you get to know her. They're not that hard to get into either. We have a video, maybe we put a link in the description, on how to work a mechanical. Just go watch the video and see, maybe it's just not that difficult. And like anything else, it's just reps after a few practice turns. I think you'll be able to figure out, okay. That's mechanical. Let's get into electronics. And now we're into electronics. See what I did there? Movie magic? Did it change? No? Okay. So much to unpack here. Lots to go over. So, right off the bat, I don't know, let's just break this down to, say, options. There's so many, right? We talk about it in our gun safe review videos where certain companies only use certain manufactured locks, because for the absolute majority of all safe manufacturers, they're buying their keypads or their mechanical lock from somebody else. We talk about AMSEC though, they're one of the very few rare companies where they actually do make their own locks in-house, right? Their keypads, for example. So what we're finding in the keypad world is kind of what I was talking about here, where we watch out for a whole lot of plastic and we're looking for something that just, honestly, I'm not even kidding when I say this, it sounds bad, but it's something that feels good in the hand. Because if it feels cheap, right? So here's an example, just because we have it here. Now, we sell lots of different brands and stuff, but this is SecureRAM, I think is everything that they gave me up here. SecureRAM, yes? So everything up here is made by a company called SecureRAM. We've had phenomenal success with their keypads over the years. Great company to work with. So let's just start here, okay? This is a very simple, basic keypad. By that, I mean, it's got no thrills, it's got no bells, it's got no whistles. It's quite literally gonna take my 6-digit combination and go. And in your head, you're like, well, that's what I'm supposed to do. Well, we're gonna talk about how they can do more as we go. So with this, this is probably I'm gonna lie to you, it's like a $100 lock. $107.99. Look at the link in the description. You'll know. So it comes on, because it's only that, and because there's no thrills and there's no spills, it comes on a lot of what you might call entry-level safes and maybe a few up above that, okay? So it does have lights though. I mean, that's something that's changed over the years, where there's a button here, see the light bulb? So Big Brother here actually changes with the actual motherboard on the inside of the lock body itself. So this guy though, it's actually made from a billet on the outside. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool. No, they're actually beefing it up because they're showing you, no, hey, it's nicer, or we do a little bit more to it for that reason. So so this one offers so many lock cycles, which is a crazy high number, but as you go up, they continue to get better, meaning, hey man, I found that this one has even more. Percentage-wise, it's actually a pretty good jump, but this is one of the more common locks that we sell far and away, kind of in between, right? So with that though, I get a backlit, meaning as I'm pressing buttons, everybody behind the numbers themselves, they're going to actually emit a green color. And if you're old enough, it's kind of like the old Timex color. You used to hit the light button on your Timex and it was kind of a green color. That's what it offers there. So now again, here, I can actually enter in my combination and go. Here, I guess that's a big one. Here I have to twist, if I can. I can remove this and there's a battery here. The battery should be on the outside, so if something dies, I can get to it, right? So here, there's just a small battery tray that just pulls down. I don't want to break the display, they made it so pretty. So there's just 9-volt battery that goes in there, same here. And so this guy, again, it can handle more cycles, so technically it's built to hold more wear and tear. That's why it lasts. So same guy here, as far as it's made from the same billet. It actually uses the same lock body, right? The thing that we don't see inside the door. But it offers some really cool feature where I can get into programming mode and I can enter my combination, or I can delete my combination, or I can add somebody else's combination. I can do 3 different codes. So with that, I've stepped up, right? Where I can only have 1. Over here, technically I have 2. Over here, technically I have 3. This is where I can delete and make sure that the manufacturer's codes can be removed. It gets brought up, so I'm gonna talk about it, right? We don't hide from it. So we can remove any manufacturer's codes. You can't do that in certain other locks though. So if that's a problem for you or whatever, you should consider moving on to something different. So again, when I enter it, the screen will kind of walk me through where I can see, hey, did I hit the button wrong? Did I push the wrong button? Excuse me. Well, I can see that on the screen. As over here, if I enter the combination incorrectly, and I'm angry as hell because I know I just pushed the right number. Well, did you? Because the lock says you didn't. Here, it'll actually tell you if you did or you didn't. So of course, it's gonna get brought up, and it needs to be because it's cool, because pros and cons of these, obviously the biggest pro to this versus this, to everybody's majority opinion, is what? Convenience. It's just convenient. And you're not wrong. So it is convenient. Now I told you, 16 seconds, once you get to know her. I love that line. Over here though, yeah, very quick and easy to get into. This guy, let's talk about it because it gets brought up so much. Biometric, fingerprint reader, right? Or I can use the keypad. So I've got options though, right? And so again, when I talk about convenience, can I just walk up to it, put my finger on it, get the beep, and then it unlocks? Sure can. Pretty daggum convenient. Now, the old handsome fella in the red hat made that look real easy, didn't he? So right here, it's locked, right? It ain't going in. I walk up to it, get that thumb in place, push it down. I'm gonna be honest with you. The guy behind the camera and the guy in front of the camera, we print pretty well. So all the biometric stuff that we've sold and used over the years, we rarely ever have a problem, he and I, especially when we're demonstrating these things. Not everybody prints great. And I'll be super honest with you, as we get older, our prints do change. So that's also something you have to take into consideration too. So this isn't great for everybody, but again, back to SecuRAM, I should say while we're here, pros and cons. I'll be honest with you, yes, man, they're fingerprint readers that we've used for the last, I don't know, 8 years, probably close to 10 years now. They've been pretty reliable as an absolute whole. They've been pretty great, to be honest with you. And as a guy who doesn't like to work on things that I sell, I'm saying they've been pretty great and reliable. So, easy to use, obviously. Now, the cons, very simple. Yes, there is a battery that you have to change. And that might be inconvenient because you may not have that brand new Duracell battery. Stop. Duracell battery. Can you underline that? Duracell battery. So, I gotta go find that though, right? Now I've got to change it out. It's inconvenient. I'm getting ready to go hunt. I'm getting ready to go to the range. I'm getting ready to do paperwork. I gotta get the taxes out. I gotta get the money out, whatever. Whatever the case may be. So I've got to figure that part out right. Okay, maybe the bio reader isn't working now. Maybe I've had this thing for a few years and I've worn it out and it's just not working right. Maybe every time I push the 2 button, nothing happens. These are all plausible things, right? It's just like, hey, everybody buys different phones. You know, the guy behind the camera, he's a Droid user. I'm an Apple user, right? So some Apples go bad, some Droids go bad. These things happen, like you can't control that. But I'm saying as a whole, as a number, as a market, we have found great success with this particular company's locks. So not the only company, but I'm just saying because we're talking about it. So there are problems. Now there are ways around them, obviously. So when we're lock shopping, in this case, we're just gonna look at a lock, right? But if we're safe shopping, both times, we're looking at what are the warranties for these things, right? Because Liberty and Browning and Champion, and is that it off the top of my head? You can get really long extended life or lifetime warranty when you buy these things and put them on your safe. Depends on how old the safe is, I should say that, disclaimer, sorry. If you have a 20-year-old safe and you go to buy this, it doesn't actually work, I'm sorry. So, but if I'm buying a brand new safe and I'm looking for particular keypads, take note of the ones that are in the link in the description below, right? The ones that are on the counter, because there's pretty great warranties that come along with things like that that help cover some of these things that we're talking about. Because sometimes a lock issue on a keypad can be solved by literally just changing out the keypad and then marrying this keypad to the lock that's in there and with the new keypad, and the problem solved. So pros and cons, right? There's a million of them. If you have any questions, I'm begging you to jump down to the comment section. We're right there, we'll answer them. I promise we're not one of those channels. We're pretty big on answering our mail, if you will. And again, there's links in the description, so you can buy these and all the other locks that we offer as well. There's other brands that, again, they just weren't on the table, but there's so many to go over. And of course, if you like this content, by all means, like it, subscribe to it, notification bell it, all those things the internet does, right? Follow along. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Robert, A1E to you. We appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by.